Hello, it is Lord Haywire. I'm streaming some 2D 4X like I do most weekends. We're working on a 2D 4X game here, and it is with Godot.net, which is the C Sharp version of Godot. And it dawned on me this week when I was thinking about this game, which, it goes through waves. I think about this game a lot sometimes, and then I don't other times. And lately, I've been thinking about this game again, which is, I think, good news because I was kind of getting burned out on streaming. I've been streaming this thing for 196 or something. I think this is 196 weekends. I think one weekend I took off in that whole 196 weekends. Sometimes, every once in a blue moon, I stream in the weekdays, like I sneak one in. But I have another channel too that I stream video games, a variety streamer. I don't really like that term, but whatever. Godot went up a version. We're on Dev 6, so I just updated the README. And the thing that I wanted to do today, we'll leave this open. Sure, we don't have over two lines of shit open. The other thing I wanted to do today was, the reason I titled it this way was because it dawned on me, this is, when I was thinking, when I was thinking about the game, I was like, motherfucker, I bet you this should be continue, not return. And I even I pre-Googled the continue statement. Like I feel like I Google continue and return every fucking stream. So yeah, I wonder when I was writing this if there was someone in chat just shaking their head going, no, it's not return, man. It's continue. So what's been happening, we have the game open here, is that if you build, we only have one thing to be built, so it's not going to be very helpful. But if we were to build this research office first, it would not get to the other things that we would want to build because we have other things that we can build. It's just they're turned off right now, and I can turn them on and off, just whatever. So it would never get to them. It would stop. It would just skip them. And what's happening? I'm almost 99% positive here. Is it's going through this list here, and this applies. Research it equals none here. County good type is none for research. We can double check. Let's double check just to make sure. I'm pretty sure that basic research office. Nope. Not that. Basic researcher's office here. Is that what I called this thing? I didn't call it basic or. Huh. Okay. It has no county resource type is none. Yeah. So it hits this, it says none, and then it returns. And that breaks it out of this whole loop. And what this should be is continue. Let's look at return again for the 100th time. The return statement terminates execution of the function which it appears. Yeah, so this is the function. I thought this was a method. See, what do I know? See, this is why I look stupid on the internet sometimes. I don't even know the terminology. I don't even know the vocabulary. I remember my 7th grade, and she was also my 8th grade English teacher, the vocabulary tests and stuff. Anyways, it was torture. That's what traumatized. So it's hitting this, and then it bounces out of this whole thing. So it's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be if it hits this, so it's going through the list, and it gets to that thing, and then it just skips that one if it meets these qualifications. So if the storage is full or whatever. So this should be continue. And then what is it down here? Yeah, so this is check for any work, and there's other places where we have this thing. Yeah, right here. So this is check for preferred work. So if the person has preferred work, that means that their interest matches the interest of a certain county improvement. This should also be continue. It just bumps out of this, so it checks the first one, and the first one, if it meets these qualifications, it just skips it. It doesn't do this next for each inside here. I'm making sure that these, yeah, so if this, wait, is this right? So for preferred work, it goes through all of these. Yeah, it just skips this one. Because they're not going to work at places if their storage is full. or if it's a storage improvement, or if their storage is full, or if it doesn't have any county goods, which is a research. Research? Is that going to work with research? Yeah. Wait. No, this isn't going to work because it's never. No one's ever going to work at the research place if this is this way. Is that right? We can test it. We can test it. Well, I gotta rerun. Let's look at the other ones. I don't think anyone will ever work here at the research place. And I think that was another issue we were having. So the issue we were having, I guess, I didn't even describe what it was, is if you built a research office, it would never, no one else, oh, I guess I kind of explained it. Any other of the county improvements, none of them would ever get workers if you built that first. And so that was this thing. So there's one other one of these. We can go up here somewhere. It's actually over here. We can go to check for construction. What do you do? Okay, so for construction, they assign. For construction, it looks like they just do it. The construction comes first. It's before preferred? Yeah, it is. I think I had to do that. Yeah, I think I had to do that because sometimes preferred work, everyone would be working on stuff they liked, and no, they wouldn't build anything. So these are the two things we just did. Change the continue. Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever going to work at the research station. It worked for a while. I must have changed something trying to fix another issue. You know what I didn't check is anything. I didn't check anything. How does everything look over on here while we wait for this? Let's build this. And I mean, this looks good. And then we gotta actually build it though. Whoa. The fuck happened up here? That must be a byproduct of oh, look at this. It's fucked up here now too. That must be a dev 6 something changed. That's a bummer. All right, let's see if anyone will work here. We need a day to go by, and then we'll look at this and we'll fix that other stuff. Yeah, no one's working there. Well, we'll let one more day go by just to make sure. All right, we'll fix this in a second. Looks to me. Seems like weird that that would be affected by Dev 6, but I guess you never know. That's what you get being on the cutting edge, right? So let's see here. Let's fix what we're currently doing. So preferred work. Do we have a research? I think this is going to throw off our whole thing, though, if we... Yeah, we don't have a county... So we can't use this, basically. We can't use this equals none. We can set up a thing where we do, wait, it's an or? So we could do an or, another or in here that is like, or if it's a research, if it's not a research place. Seemed like we're putting a lot of or statements in here, but maybe that's just the way it goes. And this would apply to both of these. And we could turn this thing into a method on it. Instead of this big thing in here, we could just have a method that does this whole... I don't know what we'd call it, but that's probably the least of the problems that I need to do here. So let's do that. Let's make this a method. Public bool. What do we have in here that we can look at? Work skill is production? No. Are these other ones off with their work skill? That's production. This is labor. That seems about right. That's fishing. Farming. Lumberjack. Botany. Really? It's botany? I guess. Sure. Cutting down trees is botany. Research. Information. Warfare. Sure. Engineering. Yeah, I guess that's right. I guess I was thinking maybe something else got jacked up. Let's fix this one thing first, and then we'll go back and we'll fix this other thing that just happened. I'm hoping this isn't some hours long fix just to fix this bar in this thing. It's weird that this button is also, you know what it looks like is it has two. All right, let's not look. I don't want to get sidetracked. I get sidetracked so easily. All right, so let's do this. So we need to have a method that is wanting workers. If population at improvement count is less than county improvement adjusted max workers, we could move. So this goes through each population, and if it checks this, then it checks this. We also could move this though up to here, because if the population, if it's already adjusted, it should just skip it too. So we can move this if out of there, and then this would just assign. Is that true in my brain here? Yeah, I know that's true. If there's no workers, this whole thing could be one gigantic method. So we can yeah. So for wanting improvement, we'll do check if improvement wants workers. And then, I don't know, I'm talking like that. Let's see here. So how can we do this? We can go copy. And we can go, well, let's put the if in here. I guess we can just do this, right? No, this needs to equal to true. And it looks like we need to pass in a county improvement here. County improvement data. Goods, what's your problem? Oh, you need this at the end? I can do that. And then what is going on here? Whoops. This is back one. I guess this is return false. Return true. All right, what is this thing's problem? Check resource goods county equals true. Why can't you do this? Because this is static or something? It doesn't matter. It's just passing in a good. It's passing in a good data. Where were we here? This is farther up. If I must have something else missing, because I just copied and pasted and works fine down here. Equals true. Equals none. Or type good data in bool. This returns a bool. It's checking in the goods list. It's because I'm missing a thing right here. There we go. This is ugly. Let's KD this shit. Oh, that's where I want it? Fine. You can have it that way. This probably needs to go back then. Will it fix it if I do that? It won't. I mean, I'll just leave it. Who gives a shit, right? I guess I give a shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. So... Excuse me. So you get for smoking cigarettes. Don't smoke cigarettes. Or at least that's what everyone tells me. So then down here, if... Because this is or, this is another or we can put in here. Or county improvement population is greater than or equal to... so the people at the job, if there's the people are already at, so if it's already filled up, the adjusted workers. So the adjusted workers is because you can, oh well, no, this has one. You can put people here with this. This adjusts the workers. So if it's greater than or equal to the max workers, it also skips this improvement. Yeah. This probably wasn't working quite how we wanted it to anyways. I put this in the wrong spot though. This needs to go here. I think that's right. So then this will be, if this is equal to true, this needs to be inside this though. Oh, we had it down here. And this needs to be, we need to pass in this county improvement. All right. So then it will skip this thing. Check if improvement wants workers. The answer for this should be return false if this equals false. There we go. Then it continues. If it's true, then it does this loop, but we don't need this if in here. That one we need. This one we don't anymore. I love doing that. I love getting rid of shit. I know I say that like every stream, but all right. So then this should, then it adds it to this other list and it bumps it out. So that solves that problem, but it doesn't solve the research problem because it's still gonna hit this as false. It's gonna return this as false. For the research, I have coffee left. I'm so happy about it for some reason. This is my coffee shop is moving, and they're gonna be closed till next Friday. And it's a bummer because it dawned on me when they were closed for one day that I no longer can operate in the morning without coffee. Like, I just want to sleep all morning. Like, coffee is the only thing that gets me going. And I can't believe it. So for a while, back when I was still drinking, I couldn't drink coffee anymore. Like, I would just become a shaky mess. And then I quit drinking, and I could drink coffee again. So there was one benefit for quitting drinking. I mean, besides the not being an alcoholic, but I guess, whatever. Let's move this thing over here. No. Let's move this up. I don't like how that, but it's too long. Okay. We'll move that there, and that will be confusing. No, we'll put it down one. There we go. Or whatever. Indented one. So if this returns false, we bust out of here. We go through this, and then if it checks, and if it updates their activity and their work location, and then it adds them to here. So if we need to do some sort of if it's storage, or what we can do, we want it to return true if it's research. So we can put at the end of this, and we should probably put this in plain English. At the end of this, we can go, or if county improvement data dot faction resource is not equal to, oh, but that's gonna, what's that gonna do? Let me think here. So if the county resource type is none, it's an OR statement though. So it's gonna hit that first OR statement. So it's gonna say if county, it is none for that, and it's going to hit this, and this is gonna be true. It is. So it's gonna return false. I don't think it even checks these other ones. So that's not gonna work. What does this thing do? Check if storage improvement, because we might want it to do the same thing here. If so, we'll probably have to take out this check county resource type none. We could put in a county resource type called research, but that causes other issues down the road. We don't want to do that. That will cause us to have to rewrite like the whole game. We have to take this out. What did I just do? I only took out part of it here. So that has to be out. We'll write another method. I'm just going to write, it looks like with these, this should be in county improvement type, and we'll go public bool. Where are all my messages? Normally I have messages piling up over here. Check if improvement, what did we call this? Check if research improvement. Is this going to do what I want it to do? I think it is. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it is. Then we'll cut this. And we'll go if we got to pass in a county improvement, it looks like. No, it's this is in the wrong spot. Cut. Go to county improvement data. You need to be in here. This needs to be over here. If faction resource type is equal to research, return true, return false. And then we'll go back over to here. And we'll county improvement data, check if research improvement is not equal. What the fuck is that? Not equal to true. So the problem with this, though, this isn't going to work either, because it's going to return false for everything, pretty much, except for research thing. Research offices or whatever. So we're going to have to figure out a way to do this without all... I mean, all these OR statements are kind of shitty anyways. We have a lot of different moving parts, though, for these improvements. So if... Let's go from the top here. If it's a storage improvement, people don't work there. We could do like a bunch of nested. We might have to do a bunch of nested shit. So if this is a storage improvement, that you can get out of there. That's fine. That's all cases of where if it's a storage and improvement, you get out of there. If the resources that it's checking are full, if there's no research, let's make sure this is right. Yeah. Whoops. Go back up to wherever we were. So if it's full, it doesn't matter what type of anything else. If it's full, it cannot do that. So that's a good, that OR is good. If, let's turn this into a method as well. We'll set this up as a method instead of having that just in there. So we'll do public bool check if workers full. I don't know. And then we'll get this out of here. I'm in the wrong spot. We'll put this over here. And this should be if. We're gonna have to pass an, no, we don't. We don't have to pass an accounting improvement. We're gonna do this right here. This is why we put this in here. And this can now be up here. Return true. Return false. Then we're gonna go back over to here. Check county improvements. Data check if workers full equals true. Then I'm gonna double check this. I feel like I didn't do this right. If at workers is greater than or equal to the adjusted workers, it's true. No, that's right. They're full. This looks somewhat better. I wish that this is in here. This is in the county data. It would be nice if we just move. Oh, I know why it's in the county data, because it's actually, we're checking the county data. That's okay. So we can't make that as pretty as I want, but I'm going to put it at the bottom, right? We'll do it like that so it's looks better. All right, so it checks if the storage improvement is, it checks if it's a storage improvement and it returns false. It doesn't want workers. Checks if the workers are full. If that's true, it returns false. Yeah. Okay. Checks if it's a research improvement. So this isn't going to work though, because if it's always, you know, if this returns false, it's going to get out of here. It's going to return false. And so false, if it returns false, check if it's a research improvement. We can't do that. This isn't going to work because everything that, it's just not going to work. For some reason, I'm having a hard time finding words right now. Check resource storage is full. If the resource storage, oh, this needs to be renamed to goods. Goods storage is full. So if that their storage is full, then we also don't want to do it. And that works as an OR statement. Those all return false. So now we need to deal with the research thing. So why were we doing the none? So if it's none, because let's look at our thing here. So it's going through this list of county improvements. So the none thing being that if it's county resources none, it's supposed to skip it and not put workers there. But why? Now, where are we looking at here? Resource type. Fish, storage, vegetables, would researcher's office is the only one that has none. So we don't even need that research check because it should be applying workers there. It's supposed to. So I don't know why I did that. I had some thought process behind that, but I don't know what it was. I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. Let me look at this stuff. Okay, so then let's check back to this check for preferred work. If this returns false, which is going to apply to this, it's going to hit this. Otherwise, so this is check if it wants workers. No, it doesn't want workers. Get the fuck out of here. And that's for the completed. That looks right. And then it checks their preferred skill. And that seems right. Check good storage full. All right, that was throwing me off because I just renamed it. Let's put this thing out of here, though. Let's move it down here. Check for any work. So we now needed to use this thing. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. Check for any work. So it goes to here. If it wants workers, we can get rid of this note that I left here. Look at what the fuck is this? Does it have a GD print with nothing inside of it? Oh, we have the same thing in here. I wonder why I had that. Oh, I know why I did it that way. So it was doing it that way because if it hits this, yeah, it has to be down here. So this has to be down here because we gotta get rid of this. Because it needs to do it for each person, not each. Because as it goes through each, otherwise it's just not gonna work. I'll explain it in a second here. I mean, I guess I could just say equals to false. So it needs to go through each worker and check this. Otherwise, if it doesn't go through each worker, it will skip the whole, it will add all these extra people to the work, to the work location, the county improvement. So if we don't have it go through each person with this, it needs to check right here. It needs to check if workers full here so that it doesn't add extra people to the county improvement. I've been trying to put more notes into everything, and that has made it, if this equals false, we're going to copy this, and then this is going to go down. There's probably a better way to do this. This is going to go up. No, it's going to go right here. And it's going to go literally right here. And then this is going to go here. I can't remember if that was, I think that was outside this. But I think it actually needs to be here. All right, so what does this do? So yeah, so then it's going to add it. Needs to check if the workers, if workers full here, so that if it doesn't, so it doesn't add extra people. Yeah, so it has to go through. There was a reason for that to be there in that particular case. So I think we removed that none thing. And I think that actually was the solution all along. I'm going to leave that check if it's a research thing just in case for later. All right, let's build this thing and see what happens. That was a lot of like, I guess it was only 30 minutes worth of running in circles. Look at all these things. The console messages just from it running for 2 seconds. All right, whoops. We didn't get any bugs when we built it, so let's do this. It's nice not seeing those 5 errors. Now that I said that, we'll probably get 5 errors for something else. I can't believe that this thing got jacked up on the upgrade. I wonder if I should roll it back. You know what? I'm going to roll it back, and we'll see if it does it after this. And I'll check their thing. Oh, we got a bug here. Whoops. I do not want to do that. What do we got? No key found. Where is your key not found? It's 324 on county data. What? G 324. Check if improvement wants workers. What is your problem? The given key was not present in the dictionary. We're passing in this improvement name here. Did that happen right at the beginning, or did that happen? Whoa. Cannot open file. Oh, that was from my misclick there. We probably can get rid of some of this stuff. For research, I think that right now we're done with that little research area. I think everything... Was it working? No. No, that's the other thing we're going to work on today. It dawned on me, well, we'll get to that, but it dawned on me the way I was doing, the way I was having the players select research was insane. So we might need that later. I guess I don't know why I was copying that again. So let's look at what we're passing in here. Check if improvement wants workers. So we're checking for this. We have a GD print here. We're passing in this improvement. The improvement check if storage or check storage full. Both those things, I didn't mess with those. And that's all it's checking. That's why that thing was set to none. It was skipping that so that because it's hitting this none right here. None isn't on the list. So what we can do is in here, we can go, see, this is why everyone tells me to break these into methods. It's because then you can apply this method to everything. Thanks, chat. That sounded like I was being sarcastic, but I was not. If county, but then we're back to our old problem here. Yeah, no, we're not. If county resource data, county resource type is equal to none, we just say return false because there is no storage for it. And yeah, then we just return false. That was why that was there. That was there. It was trying to do like an error check, I think. Not an error check, a null check. It was trying to do a null check before it. All right, we need to build this thing. This fucking thing. All right, we still have the same problem. Or we have a problem. It is the same problem. 324. Check if storage improvement. If either of those, it returns true. So if this equals this, county resource type equals storage non-perishable, or these, it returns this. There's a whole other way we can do this, but it would be make it run more in the background. Or check if storage is full. If the county good is equal to none, return false. If this is greater than that, return true. If this is returning false, it should break out of this with return false. Let's double check our research office here. Let's double check that this is set to none, which it is. This is weird to have this in here, though. Let's take this out of here. Yeah, I think it's weird to have that in there. Now that I look at it, we're just going to go in circles here. Check if improvement wants workers. So if we do this, and then if we do an if here, if we do this, check if county improvement type, check if research improvement equals true. We need this on here. Then we return true. So we always want it to, so this is going to do this stuff, which is not going to solve the problem we were just having. That error. It returns false. If it's a research thing, it always is going to go, it's always going to go return true. Which actually, this would have no effect on this though. Because it's already going to return true. If it can get past that. So that's not going to do anything. What the fuck is going on here then? Oh, it's there. We have to have that in there because it's a... God damn it. Because the good is not a good. Which we need that back in the thing. That's why that thing, the thing I just took out where I said I didn't like it. Check if improvement wants workers. This is the problem. This is not on the list. None is not on the list. So we need to go in here. We need to have this check against none. This needs to check versus county resource data none. County resource type none. Otherwise, it errors out. So we need to have that in there. So county good type is equal to none. And we need this, though, to continue on. Return false. Because this amount doesn't exist. Well, no, the amount does exist. Am I looking at the wrong fucking thing? Check if improvement wants workers. I assume, when it returns, it should break out of here. That's the whole thing. It should hit this and be out of there. Is everything saved on here? Let's run this again. I feel like that should work. Or I'm missing some other part. Maybe on the other part, the other thing. Check if storage is full. The good data. Oh, I see. I see the. Fuck. I, I was a little apprehensive of calling myself stupid on the internet. So this is the problem. If you call yourself stupid on the internet, people think that that means that they can call you stupid, right? If you jokingly say, "Oh, I'm a dumbass," for some reason it opens up the floodgates of chat a lot of times, thinking that then they can just call you a dumb shit all the time. And so then it's like you gotta finally balance the thing before. And they there's some people in chat don't understand that you can go overboard with calling someone a dumb fuck on the internet all day long every day. And now my YouTube, if I get any YouTube comments, they're probably gonna be like, "You're a dumb fuck," but I don't. It's a thing, and I've wondered about it because I've noticed in the past, if I had a bunch of people in chat, especially on my other channel, and I say like, "Oh man, I can't. I'm so stupid. I didn't see that thing, and I didn't click on it." Like, for example, then that opens up the floodgates for like a month of people calling me a dumb fuck, and it gets old very quickly. I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, just build a thicker skin. No, it just gets old. It's like, okay, we get it. The joke's been used, and then the joke is suddenly just beat into the ground. And I think that there's some people who don't even understand that there's a way to, like, there's a joke that's funny, and then there's a joke where you're just calling someone a dumb fuck all day long. Like if your friend stubs smashes their face into a door because they're a dumb fuck, it's funny one time, but if you just keep bringing up for the rest of their life how they were a dumb fuck one time, it just gets old to the person, and then they're just like, come on, can we move past it? And I don't think a lot of times everyone in chat understands that. So I was a little apprehensive after I made that title, because then it's like opening the floodgates of people just being like, "Oh, you're a dumb fuck forever," right? But right now, I am proving my dumb fuckedness is what the point I'm making. But that does not mean that you can call me a dumb fuck all day long or stupid. Anyways, and the other thing that's crazy is that since I'm an IT manager in real life, in day job time, and I'm often like looking over someone's shoulder metaphorically, because I'm remoted into their computer and watching them work. Like, I'll be like, "Can you show me where the issue is happening?" So like they'll have a problem, they'll contact me, I'll remote in their computer, and I'll be like, "Show me what's going on." And watching someone work always makes them look like an idiot. Like, no matter what they do, they could do the same thing every day, 400 times a day. Their muscle memory could completely be trained to always click right here. Like every day they click here 400 times. But when I'm watching, they're going to accidentally click here. It's just how it is. And they'll be like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oops. Like I always click here, but I accidentally clicked here." It's always and so, they always look like dumb fucks. And you gotta assume that their jobs, they're somewhat good at their jobs. Otherwise, they would get fired. There are definitely some people I work with who should be fired because they're so bad at their jobs. But the vast majority of people, You know, they're like struggling. They're like, where do I click? You know, even though they click this every single day, that's 10,000 times. When I'm watching, they'll be like, where do I click? And you're like, just click wherever you normally click. And they're like, I don't know where I normally click. It's just how it is. So what were we doing? Construction, we don't have to check. This thing, now that I'm done rambling, we need to check if improvement wants workers. The first thing we need to check, though, is actually up here. So, no, we can do it in this if it wants workers. So if it wants workers, we need to first check in here. If it's a science thing, we don't want it to get involved with that other shit. So we're going to go county improvement, check if research improvement equals true. Then we're going to go like this. And we're going to return full true. What's your problem? Oh. So if research improvement, it's the same thing too. Like if you have friends, it's the same thing I was talking about walking in the door. If you have friends and you guys give each other hard times, sometimes, you know, you got to balance it. I used to always joke around with one of my friends because he's shorter than me. And one day he was just like, you know what, dude, stop joking about that. It's fucking so old and lame. Your jokes suck. And then I never did again because I didn't know. I thought it was funny. It's not funny after a while. It just is. It's just bullying, I guess. You're just bullying me, guys. No, I'm kidding. But no, sometimes. I was bullying my friend and I didn't even know it. That's my. I don't know. That's how one of the voices I use when I talk to my cat. I'm looking behind me because, oh my God, if you guys could see this cat, he's very cute right now. He's sleeping. All right, so if it's a research improvement, we're gonna say that it always wants. It wants people. Now we'll just bust out of that shit. I won't even check that. Then what it will do, this will be true. So it's going to go down to this, and then it will check. And if there's already somebody working there, it's going to not work. No, here it is. It's going to work because it's going to check if workers is full. So it will go down to this next step, and it will get to here. All right, that's going to 100% work, right? Elizabeth has been added. What do we need to do here? We didn't get any bugs yet. No console crap. Okay, so that we got when I adjusted something and I sound different. We got past that part. So now we got to see if it worked. Bam. And these people are idle because they're unhelpful. So let's do this then. Let's close this. Let's save that. Let's close this. Let's go back to Godot. Oh, I have this open because I just upgraded. Let's delete this crap. Let's go back to the internet. And we're going to go Godot dev 5. We're going to go down. Actually, let's look at the dev 6 and see if they say something about the things being fucked up. There's a 3D preview and whatever. Replace with whatever, runtime wave file, extend a curve, tools, fix mesh, fix a crash, C#, whatever that is. So that was those are buttons, I guess. Buttons or labels. Maybe I can search on here. Button. Add copy button to toast notification. Whoops, I think I went past one. Reshape and update button on oversampling change. That's it, huh? Let's look at their issues. Because maybe this is sometimes they do like major changes and it has other dev 6. Filter dictionaries, CLI, late properties initialize, skeleton 3D, set control size, set process, signals don't work, project freezes, crashes, editor help doesn't scroll. Nothing obvious there that is like flashing and that I would notice. So let's roll back to 5 and see. Dev 4.4, Dev 5. They've been pumping out these updates pretty quickly. And actually, I was quite shocked that they went, Dev 4 took quite a while. I already have this downloaded somewhere. Yeah, see. Or whatever. My poor downloads folder. For some dumb shit reason, I dumped a bunch of files in here years and years and years ago. Like 500 files into my downloads folder. Like that would be a good place to store it. And so now I can't clean up my downloads folder because I want those files. I should probably go through and copy them out. I can go through and delete things, but I can't just hit, Control A and delete or empty the downloads folder, basically. Let's see if Dev 5 still has that issue. Because it could have been something I accidentally like dragged something or, I don't know, weird spots. And this is a perfect time for me to go on a break too after we look. So, we've talked about this too a bunch about like the dev versions being jacked up. So something like this, I don't really mind because that seems like that's part of the, I'm on the dev version. Yeah, so that's a dev 6 problem where these are all mushed out. Same with this. So I don't like that is expected to me, for me, like expected to me. For me to, like, you're on a dev version, you're going to get weird little bugs like that. That's expected, but it's when you can't, like that one time Dev 3 or whatever, wouldn't even build. I think it was Dev 2 actually. Wouldn't even build in C#. Like that is so major that they shouldn't have released that. And so I understand what that one guy was talking about. We back a while ago, we looked at the thing. There was some emails about how that, like, what the fuck? How did you guys release this? Let's check this though, real quick, and make sure that this is getting the workers, and we're not getting a bug since we have rolled back here. There we go. Angela Green is working there. What's she into, Angela? Your preferred work is research. Is it though? Isn't your interest? We actually have a GD print for this. I'm only going to have to look through 250 of them. And it's just going to say, is it rainbowified? No. This is just going to say the improvement name. Fuck out of here with that stupid GD print. I can't remember how we were doing preferred work. It looks to me like it's different. I thought it was by interest. But interest might be something else that I've just completely forgotten. Do we have county generation open? Let's look at county generation real quick, because that will tell us. That's going to be under scripts, I thought. I am in resources. I should have started typing at the top. Assign faction, assign county data. No, it's not this. It's county population generation. Create population. Go there, motherfucker. Generate population. This could be broken into two methods. Generate interest. We are getting a wait, that's not interest. Preferred work is what we want. Preferred skill. I did this strangely. Oddly? Strangely. Strange enough? Preferred skill. This has to be up here so the other methods can access it for preferred skill. I just see a thing that says preferred skill. How's it getting that? Generate needs, generate expendables, generate leader perks, generate attributes, generate skill list. It's probably in here somewhere. Generate preferred work. Let's put a summary on here. This also generates preferred work. All right, so generate preferred work. Get the skill with the highest skill level. Oh, yeah. I remember. So their interests are different than with their work, which is good because in reality, like humans, we're not always working the job that we find most interesting. So she just happened to get this. Her preferred work was research. Just random. I guess I was going to say that was a low chance of that, but I guess it's high enough that it happened the first time we did it. Okay, so I am going to take a quick break. Let me throw my break timer, and I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. We'll leave this up so that there's something boring to look at. I'll be right back. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to make it so we can test this better. I got to turn that off. I got to turn on my music you guys can't hear. And we're going to go over to here and we're going to go back to our research. Research items. And we want this one to be checked at start. We're going to restart this. And then we're going to go back to our project in GitHub. And we're going to look at something. So we're going to do the thing that was happening before is if the research office was built first. So we'll build that first. You would never get any other workers. Now we need to wait until it finishes here. Let's speed this shit up. All right, so then we need to build like a garden or something and see what happens. Money 100, remnants 1. We don't have any remnants? Or is that other bug back? It says that, let's check our resources here. We don't have any remnants, man. All right, what else can we build? We can do a fisher's shed. It doesn't have any. It's good to see that that one bug was fixed. We need to wait for... Oh, I did basic storage? Wait. What the fuck is that? The basic storage has been completed? No, it hasn't. All right, let's put that in there as a note because that's a problem. Basic storage is saying it is complete when it isn't in the event log. I mean, it's 2 seconds from now that we're going to look at that, but just in case I get sidetracked, and then we'll go back to here, and we'll look at our county improvements. Assign researcher, and we're going to get rid of that today, hopefully. Makeshift shed for... We have 5 workers and we have 1 worker. That's what we want. Now let's check here and make sure. So this time Rachel Adams, her preferred work is fishing. Did I click on the right person? She should be doing fishing. Preferred work is fish. And she's working at the research place. So it should have hit her first. So it goes down the list of people who work there. So it should go down this list and be like, nope, she's a fisher person. So that's, we got lucky that we were able to see that this isn't working. Her preferred work is fish. Let's check the fisher's shed. Good God. This is why, I wish there was a way that a human didn't have to interact. This is a work skill as fish with this stuff because it's so easy to make a mistake of what those things were. Generate preferred work. We already looked at that. We see that it's fish. We need to go back to our check if improvement wants workers. I didn't see if she was working there before, though. She shouldn't have been. It should have assigned this guy to research first. What's her preferred hers is farm. She's working at the fisher's shed. This person's preferred work is fish. I'm trying to think if maybe her loyalty was, no, her loyalty's high. So let's look at this. Check if workers, so we're assuming this is work. Joker, how's it going? there is a fish, yes. Check if improvement wants workers. We're assuming that this is working correctly. I saw... I'm not going to tell this story. I'll tell you this story later. It's unimportant right now. And it's dumb. If it is a research thing. It returns true. Let's look at this preferred worker, the check for. So it's going through all of these things. If this skill is equal to this, it updates their activity and updates their location. The fuck is this thing? I had to roll back, Joker. I had to roll back to Dev 5. Walmart, man. I haven't been to a Walmart in so long. I don't know if I mean, I must have at some point. What is going on with this thing? Multiple version of the same SD cannot be specified. The previous will be ignored. This says Dev 5. It threw off all this. My top bar that was all tall, and this button was all tall. So I just rolled back. This is because I rolled back, but I can't. The previous Project 2D. Wonder where it's getting this from, though. Let's just ignore it for now. This looks right to me. Multiple versions of this thing cannot be specified. The previous resolved. I'm on Dev 5, though. I rolled back to Dev 5. And it's in this location. Where's the thing that you... There's a way to look at this. This says Dev 4. Well, this is wrong. Then you go up to here. Oh, maybe I do need to do that. What is this one? Okay, that's the old thing. Let's just ignore it for now. And hope that's fine. But that, you know, maybe that has something to do with this basic storage thing. So I'm wondering if there's something else that was causing this, like, there was a reason why she was... Wait, it doesn't do it. It doesn't go down the list. It goes by skill. So her skill in fish is also the highest. I'm wondering if it's going... So if I was to look at the... Well, this person's... Well, they're unhelpful. If I was to look at this, I would say that this is sorting the list backwards. Because these people all have the shittiest... Well, this person doesn't. But look at this person. They have a 1. It's supposed to sort the lists by skill. And so the most skilled people are put in first. And I would bet that it's backwards. I don't know why this person's scavenging. Their loyalty's low, though, so maybe they failed their loyalty roll. Maybe she failed her loyalty roll. Maybe everybody failed their... There's like a lot of moving parts here. Let's run this again. And see what happens. That looked like some... So it checks their loyalty, I think, every time and adds them. Oh, there's nothing built here. Let's do this. Construct you. Let's let you go. So everybody's building. That's going to kind of just be how it is. Now that's done. And this top person, their preferred work is construction. It'd be nice if I had preferred work on here so I could see easier. I think I missed somebody. There's a fish person. Fish person. Am I just clicking on the same person over and over again? Preferred work is production, scavenging, production, farming. So there's nobody got, when we didn't get lucky there and have somebody have what? Mildred Haywire. What? Let's build. Do we have any, whatchamacallits? We don't have any remnants. Our scavenging crew isn't very good. So we'll do a Fisher's thing. We'll let this run for a day. Oh, we gotta finish it. Well, let's see if it's being constructed. Whoops. Yeah, a bunch of people are, and so this person, it's the third person down. Their research is 10. Why are you working on the research thing? What is your construction level? 50, 42, 23, 30. You're idle, so you don't count. So I think what it's doing is it's putting the best construction workers on the job. So like the person was taken off of research and it was put him on construction. So they're building the Fisher's shed, and now it's complete. And then this person was working on here, and they haven't left this yet. So they're still researching, even though their research isn't very good. Their research is terrible. And now these people are freed up to work on the fishing thing. So that's what happened is when they built the thing, it took that person off of the research. They were like, hey, you're better at, this person was better at construction. And so now this shitty person is on research. Could you, as a player, fix that? I think you could. I think you can go like this. So what happens if you did that? It makes this person idle. Then if you went back to here and you put this back up, they're still idle. And then you go to here, and now this person. So it's kind of an interesting thing. Mr. Zinu, how's it going? How do I feel about Godot a year later after the Switch? Now that I'm adjusting to it, so I think that so there's a couple of things that I think switching had a side effect also that I didn't expect, which is I learned more about C# and what was C# based versus Unity's library and Godot's library, if that makes sense. So I think when I was using Unity to start, I wasn't aware that there was so many things that were Unity. I don't know how to describe it well. And I'm trying to think of an example, and I want to say LERP or something, but it wasn't LERP. It's like, so there's a few things that I thought were C# specific for the C#, but they were actually Unity library stuff. And then when I switched, I was like, what happened to this thing? And it was because it was, engine specific stuff versus, like MATF and those things. Some things that I just, ray casting, I guess, I don't know, something in there. And so that change actually made me kind of the click of what parts are C# versus what part more betters. So that was definitely a good thing. And then I think that also, I was struggling with some basic understanding of how engines worked as well. And so I think that these are all this would have happened if I switched to any other engine. if I had switched to Unreal or whatever. So I think that was a good thing to do, and probably if I was to teach a class, which I'm not ever going to, but if I was to teach a class, I would have people do that, like switch between two engines to feel the difference. But anyways, I think Godot is a better solution than Unity for a variety of reasons. One of them is the ability to just do what I just did, which is roll back a version, which I just did, and it took me 2 seconds. It literally took me, if I was to do that in Unity, that's like an hour-long process on this computer. This computer is only mediocre. Uninstalling and reinstalling Unity, it takes so long. Good God. And I think the community is better with Godot, but I do wish there was more tutorials. Joker makes tutorials. I always like to point it out, and it's in my README if you guys want to look at his tutorials. But I wish that there was more tutorials out there for stuff. I feel like I run into things that are probably relatively simple solutions that I can't find a solution to when I Google it, and it's because it's so simple that a lot of people think that, oh, everyone already knows this shit, but I don't know that shit. And so I think that it probably doesn't matter what engine you use, is whatever one you use you like better is probably what you should go with. But the company, open source is always going to be a better solution, I think, ethically and for long-term development. It's open source, because let's say something happened to the Godot Foundation or whatever. Let's say they were embezzling money or something and they folded. You could easily fork Godot and start your own thing, and it would be fine. But if something happens to Unity or Unreal, you're fucked. It's over. The Helldiver 2 guys, the developers of Helldiver 2, they use some weird engine that is no longer being supported. So when they have an issue, they have to actually go into the engine and fix it. And they can email the people who used to make it, and they'll try to help. But those people aren't. That isn't their job anymore. And with an open source project, you're going to be way better off. You know that if the Godot Foundation, I don't even know if that's what it's called. Is it the Godot Foundation? I think it says at the top of. I guess not. I thought it said something about copyright, whatever. Juan and the Godot Foundation. Autodesk Stingray game. Is that the? Is that the name of the Stingray? It could be called Stingray. I can't remember. Anyways, so if something happened to them, someone's gonna fork it and continue on. It's GodotEngine.org, and I think this just goes to the, like, if they all died in a fiery plane wreck or something. So yeah, I do think it's a better solution. There are some wonky things, but I don't know. Have you been using it as well? Is Dot Foundation a domain thing now? So back to this thing though. Now that I'm done rambling, I've been rambling all night or all morning. I think that this is fine. You know what we could do? How does this prioritize work? I don't remember. Is that going to reset things? It does not reset things. I'm going to put that for the next round. I'm going to put a thing in here. People aren't necessarily assigned to work that is their best skill. Maybe we want the prioritize button to do that. Hopefully that will make sense to me in a year from now. Okay, so next, that seems to be working. Next, we got to figure out why this basic storage says it was completed when it was definitely not completed. It's not here, and I never told it to do that. Let's do that. Let's run it again. Maybe it has something to do with this weird SDK thing. We might have to regenerate our C project, which I can't remember the side effects of that. All right, we're going to do the exact same thing we did before, which was make the research office. Wait until it gets completed. There, it's done. We'll check this just for the fun, for the fun of it. So see, now this person's at 50. This is the best person for the job, and their preferred work is research. So then I bet you, though, they get bumped off of this when we create the Fisher's shed. And they're going to get, this has to wait till 1. Yeah, so this person now is working at the research office. Their preferred work is construction as well. I wonder why. So it went down. This is kind of fucked up, actually. It's because the construction comes first, but this person should have. This person should have. There's their research thing. It's possible some of them failed their loyalty checks too. Production, research. So we have 2 people that their preferred work is research. So it hits the construction thing. What we could do is that then they wouldn't get bumped from their preferred work. And then they would stick to their. So the one problem with that is that if you had enough people, no one's going to construct anything. But maybe that's a byproduct of the whole process here. So let's do that. And then let's go to that. Wait for that to be done. So this person's preferred work is farming. So we need to check everybody to see if they have. Man, we got a lot of people scavenging, huh? Any researchers? I don't know which one I clicked last. Fish. I guess I should put preferred work over here. Scavenging, labor. I don't think we got any researching preferred work people, so that kind of throws off this test. Cat, where are you going? Sometimes when it rains like a tiny bit, the cat gets all scared. And he goes in the other room like he's ready to run. He had his hair was up on his back a little bit. So we didn't get anybody with research as a preferred work, but let's see what happens if we now construct our Fisher's shed. Oh, we were able to construct the garden. Let's see what happens when we do the garden. Whoops. Okay, so this person is still working here for some reason. Garden, 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 garden. Actually, let's look at these people. Whoops. Construction. That's right. Fish, we don't give a shit. Labor. Construction. Labor. All right, so some of these people were put in there because of their, so it went through their preferred work and they got construction. Oh, we got that weird basic storage thing, which is, I mean, it's not good, but it's good that we can duplicate the error. And this is now completed, and everyone's working at the garden, and this guy just for some reason just never stopped working at the research office. I don't remember, or I mean, I'm not really sure why. I guess it hit their preferred work. I mean, this works fine, except, wait. All right, I was making sure that this didn't have prioritize on it. So I'm thinking, if the workers is false, did I not put in this other thing? Check for any work. What happened to the thing with the science, the research thing? Check if improvement wants workers. If it's false, it gets out of there. So that's right. That's for, let's check any work. Check if it wants, that's false. And then the next thing we need to do is check for each one of these. It has to check if the workers is full equals false. And then let's check any work. That's false. And then what about the science thing? Did we put that in here? Jesus Christ, I just did that. Okay, so no, it's if it wants workers, we always have it checking science that it's always gonna, but that's right. That's how it should be. And then any construction, what does this thing do? Oh, this is some ChatGPT shit. Sort the order by relevant skill. Ascending versus descending. I don't know, that's another example of me looking dumb on the internet. Ascending versus descending. Ascending order means arranging items from smallest to largest, while from largest to smallest. Because it sure looked like earlier this was the opposite. Well, this isn't going to help us. Assign certain workers if there's room. It's removing people from the county improvement and well, whatever. I think it's actually working as good as it's good enough for right now. As long as people are getting in here. We don't have a check in there though, like if they're already working there. Let's run it one more time and see what happens. I have to rewrite my rewrite again. But I think we'll move forward and we'll come back to that, and we'll have to do like a whole new how population works. Let's do it exactly the same. We'll do our research first, because this seems to be the weird spot. We'll wait until that's fixed. We'll look and see is working here. Your preferred work is research. I'm thinking that construction thing yoinks them out of here. regardless of what they're doing. It never checks their idle status anymore. I think I took that off. So now let's build whatever. Your chats aren't, oh man. Sorry about that. Yeah. Let me do this. Let me click this button. Thank you for telling me it's not working too. It's like the problem, the never-ending problem. I'm gonna type in here and make sure it comes through. Okay, it did. How's life? Yeah, I'm still working on it. I'm going to be working on it for 5 years. That's what I keep saying, but I never reduced the 5 years. So it's just, I'm always saying it's 5 years. Yeah, it's been a while. So let's see here. We don't have any remnants, so we'll do, it's good to see that this thing's working. The Fisher's Shed again. Let's double check this guy. So this is Walter. Your chats should come from YouTube now. Let's double check, I hope. So this person's still here. Walter's still here, which is fine, which is what we kind of want. These guys are building. That's fine. And then we got this weird basic storage thing happening still. And then Walter's still working on the research. So that's kind of what I want. His research is 42. That could just be a coincidence, but that's good. Those are all good. Now we need to figure out this why it's saying basic storage is completed. So the event log gets fired. Let's do this. Did that happen when I built the garden? I don't remember. Let's not build the research thing and see if it happens. With Raylib and OpenGL. So we were just talking about game engines. What is the name of your game engine? And we're going to build this in a different order. Because there was another guy who recently showed up and was talking about his game engine. I forget what it was called. It's like, that's a lot of work. You've set yourself quite a task. Okay, so this didn't happen this time. I wonder if it's like the second thing we build. Let's just build another one of these and see what happens. It is. It's like the second thing we built. Let's build like another thing and see if it happens. Fisher's Shed. Let's keep going. Okay, so now it's saying the Fisher's Shed and the primitive scouting equipment, so it's doing some sort of, I wonder if it's the alert or, whoops. Xinthium engine, open source on GitHub. We'll have to write pre-make for anyone to build it. Yeah, you should put that in there. Post a link and we'll look at it. I don't know enough about engines to make any constructive feedback. So we have 2 people working it. I just wanted to check something else. All right, that's working. So this is like adding the next, it's getting us you know what we might be able to check is remote. This is Portland. County data. Doesn't look like I can look at the county improvements on here. Wonder why not. It's probably like a C# list. Let's control home here. Yeah, it's a C# list. I think I can just change that. Let's see what happens here. Godot. Yeah, it does both GD script, and then there's also a whatchamacallit, an extension for C++ if you're into that too. So this is passive. We just have the wrong thing here. This now just needs to be Godot collections dot array. Oh, this one as well. No, these are the same. Oh, that means we need to fix this list, which is fine because we want that list to be viewable. I got something wrong here. Godot collection. I think, didn't maybe it was you, Joker, didn't you say that there was also like a Python extension? I wonder if I should fix this right now. I should fix this right now. This is a warning. It's not a message, it's a warning. We will regenerate our, let's save everything though. And Rust? Good old Rust. Whenever anyone talks about that, I think of the video game. There's a video game called Rust, right? Tools. C#. Create C# solution. Let's close this. Oh, it said the global suppressions. I used to have to do this a couple of times. I forget why I had to do this. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Is that it? We're done? I can't, like I said, I can't remember the repercussions of doing this. I know that Rust, I feel like Rust is something that a lot of people, a lot of people who come into chat say that they use. And I don't remember, I feel like 5 years ago people were talking about Rust a lot. What is this crap? Get it out of here. So we got to go into our project here, and it's not there. We got to go into project properties. Change this. It always defaults to net 6. Oh, look at this weird thing here. I kept getting those errors. And it would always say that. I never knew what those errors were. It would always say just D4X. That's funny. It would always say, when I did this thing, I'll show you what I did, and then I stopped doing it. I used to go, oh, this one has it. So a lot of times when I would do this, it would give me these errors, and it would say that there was not 2D4X, it would be D4X is the default namespace, and it couldn't find it. And I looked all over, and there it was right there. Okay, so we have rebuilt our thing. Our warning's gone, but let's rerun this now. This is what I get for fucking around with lists. What do you want? We have a list somewhere still. Whoops. Go back to here. What is this thing? County data. You want to convert something. Here we go. Godot collections array. And then, oh, we can't sort it this way, though. Jesus Christ. There's some other, Godot has some other built-in sort thing. Or maybe this is it right here. The sorting algorithm uses not stable. This means the values This means that values considered equal may have their order changed when using Godot sort. It's like it says in the documentation, this thing is a piece of shit. Okay, so we're gonna use this. So how do we do this here? Order by to sort with custom predicate. I can't read sometimes. Predicate. Use order by. So with this, we need a source, a key. Are we passing in a dictionary? This is a list, though. System function. Is this the only error that we're getting? Takes one argument. So we just need to, because this is set up for C#, it's doing what? Well, no, I made this a Godot list. So, or a Godot array. So it's using the sort, it's from LINQ. That's why this is here. But now it wants this sort. But it just, you know, what is this doing? This is list of county improvements. Oh, it's just, I think it's alphabetizing these. Yeah, it's alphabetizing them by name. Strings are sorted in alphabetical order as opposed to natural order. This may lead to unexpected behavior when starting an array of strings ending with a sequence of numbers. There's a sequence of numbers at the end. Okay, so we need order by. Can I put order by in here? And then what do I put in here? Can I build my project? So that's the plan, is to build a project for Linux as well. And I don't know if it's still here. I did do a build. I mean, it's not like worth playing or anything. But I did actually do a build, whoops, for Linux. Yeah, here it is. I don't know. I have an old, I'd have to upgrade. It's been turned off for like 2 years or 3 years or something, but I have an old Mint computer and I don't have the, you know what's funny? The other day during a stream, I was like, I swear that I had something on here and I was typing in, you know, like Linux and shit on here. I was like typing in like distro or whatever. And then it dawned on me, it's actually on this other computer. So I do have a Linux. I think it's, what the hell is the name of that? Why can't I think of the name of Linux? Debian. I have Debian on here, actually. So I totally could test it with Debian on this computer. So that is actually an option. And then, you know, after that stream, I was like, God, I swear I have that somewhere, and I couldn't remember. But then it was, yeah, it was on this computer. It's going to be 5 years. It's going to be 5 years. But yes. All right. So back to this order by. What do I got to do? It's going to be a very long time. But yeah, that's my plan. And, you know, it's funny. I think I mentioned this in another stream that my friends who are really into Linux were against me making it for Linux. They were like, no, just have it on Steam. And I was like, but the thing is, you don't want to be beholden to Steam. I feel like it's weird that everyone, including myself, loves Steam so much. You know, what if they start doing something weird? You would at least have a Linux distro. Sort the elements of a sequence in ascending order. Okay, so this is what I want. So this returns, we need to make a list then. List of county improvements. What are we doing with this list? All right, so then we check this list over here. So we want this to equal, what are we, list of county improvement, wait, what? Oh, because we were doing that in place. So we're going to pass in this list of county improvements. We could call this disordered list of county improvements. And then we'll say disordered list here. And then we'll do ordered by. And it returns a T element. I don't feel like this. Do we have link up here still? Is that the problem? Are we getting to... this is going to be a Godot collection. Whoops. Collections. I think I've sorted before with the Godot collection. Whoops. This is going to be county improvements or something. County improvement data. We don't want a question mark there. And then we're going to go to here. And I don't think I'm going to need all this. So this is doing, you know. So we want it to go by. So what do we pass in here? Order by. It's actually. No, this is what we want to be ordered. How do I do this with Godot here? Godot ordered by. You can't sort a dictionary since it has no order. If you want the list, if you want the to put the keys in an array and sort that, you need to do name of dictionary keys sort. This is not ordered by. Let's do this tools. Let's check the docs here. Ordered by. Is that not a, is it because link's up here and it's confusing? Let's put this out of here temporarily. I didn't want to take that out because I was using it probably somewhere else in here, but I'm waiting for it to give me an error if it's. So maybe it is sort. And then how does sort work? No, so this, oh no, wait, it is system link. To sort with custom predicate, use link ordered by the source, the key, strings are sorted in. Okay, so it wants us to use this link thing. So it wants us to use this. And then it wants us to do ordered by. And then we got to go back over here. And we got to go C sharp ordered by. This is all gibberish to me. It's absolute gibberish. What is this? What is this crap? Give me an example, man. All right, we got some pets. Ordered by pet age. Pet is the type. So we go, let's get this shit out of here because it's just going to be confusing. Ordered by, where are we doing an equals? Query. Okay, so they're having this list or whatever the fuck this is. The query is what they're equals. So with first part, so we go ordered by, we say, I'm going to put this on my other monitor. So it says You know, I've complained of this is a good example of how I want it. I've complained in about how in uh, a lot of the C sharp tutorials they're not so bad, but sometimes they're like made up just junk. They're like derp 1, derp 2, derp 3. I like it more when they use like real life examples, like we're sorting some pets by age over there. I like that a lot more. So what is it? What is a pet in this? It's a lowercase p over here. Where's it getting this lowercase p? It says a new pet. Order. So is this just gibberish? Sometimes they do that. So let's say county improvement data, comma, county improvement data, and the county improvements. Where are they getting this lowercase pet? This thing. For oh wait, no, this one. New pets. So they got all their pets, and they're doing pets. So I'm doing that, but then where is it getting this lowercase p? I think that's just a this is just a nothing. It's a thing they've typed in, you know, and that's what it's returning. But pet.age, I got an arrow. I need an arrow here. A lambda or whatever the fuck they're called. Okay, so then they go, I see, it's coming together in my brain here. So this is just gibberish. Improvement name. Okay, now it's mad at me. And then we go, let's put a thing at the end here. And it's still mad at me. So why? Why are you mad at me? It can't do it because it's a Godot array. See, this is what I get for changing that one thing. I was like, this will take 2 seconds. I can just change this from a list to an array. But if I do, it doesn't want to do sort. I'm going to put that in here again because I want to read that. I'll take a screenshot of it. Disordered sort. And then what does it say? Print screen. Whoa. Bunch of shit changed on my other monitor. The sorting algorithm uses not stable. Strings are sorted in alphabetical order. They may lead to unexpected sorting array string ending with a sequence of numbers, which is what we're doing. To sort with custom predicate use enumerable ordered by. Wait, didn't this thing say link earlier? Enumerable. What the fuck is enumerable? I can't put that in here. Enumerable ordered by. Enumerable order by. It's not ordered by, it's order by. What do I have in here? Order by. See, this is a link thing. And this is the pets thing. To sort with, use this thing. Source, comma, key. Order by source key. System what? Let's pretend we know what they're talking about here. Let's do this. Let's make this whole thing look, we're going to not use these arrows. Enumerable, so we go ordered by. Why aren't we getting an error anymore? There we go. Okay, so we want... Cannot implicitly convert... So is it saying that I need to do this to a list first and then make the list an array? Maybe that's what it wants. Let's ask ChatGPT. I haven't asked ChatGPT anything in a long time. It's probably sad it misses me. How do you order by in Godot.NET C#? Using, well, let's see what it's going to give me some bullshit here. Look at that. It's like, oh, it's because in is list of ins. Sort of custom objects. Yeah, it doesn't like that. IEnumerable. I want to sort. Okay, here's a Godot array. What in flying dog shit is this? I'm going to tell it to sort this, and then we'll copy and paste and see what happens. This needs to be sorted. This is what needs to be sorted. Does it know what this is? It doesn't know what that shit is. Yeah, so I should have told it what it was. Oh, you know, I did this at, okay, all right, it's coming back to me. I did this at many times in this way. This, I think, disordered list, the disordered list, disordered list is a Godot array, Godot collections array. So I've done this a bunch of times before, but this one I just wanted to do it in place instead of having it create another thing. This stupid ass, dumbass ChatGPT. I told it never to use var in my presence like 40 times. Sort in place. So this is what we were trying to, but this is sort with Godot, and it said not to do that because it has numbers in it. So let's look at this one. This is similar. Well, it's doing a new Godot. I think we can just use this. You can be commented out temporarily. This shouldn't be that hard for me. I don't know what's going on. Oh. I noticed I've gone back to dragging. Okay, so this is ordered by, what order does it do this in? Is this ascending? Sorts the elements of a sequence in ascending order. Ascending is what? I know. I don't have that open anymore. Ascending is... I don't have it open anymore. Ascending alphabetical. All right, that's what we want. It's like my brain is just slowly deteriorating. Which I guess is probably really what's happening through age. All right, so then we need to fix this all player faction, all county improvements here. Go to here. This has to be a Godot thing. This was absolute chaos. We're gonna put an export on this too because this needs to be. I guess we're gonna have to do this in the future, anyways. Come on, give me the shit. Go away. County improvement does not contain addition for improvement name and no accessible. Yes, it does. Don't lie to me, motherfucker. Oh, you got a capital I in there? Why would you do that to me? Oh, now it doesn't work. Let's do this. Now we're back to this thing. Over here. This doesn't work. Chat, can't you just write this for me? Can you write the whole game for me? Sort using link and convert back. What does it say? Here's the correct thing. This is a lot of dog shit. What are you passing in here, though? Okay. We're going to comment this. We're going to clean up these comments, by the way. We're not going to leave all this in here. Okay, so now we have ordered list of... Could you not do that, man? Oh, you put a capital I in here, too. New expression can be simplified. Fingers crossed. Disordered list. All right. We don't have any errors. I feel like this is weird. But we'll just leave it like that. Sort using link and we'll leave that in there. We'll get rid of this. We'll build this because we got a bunch of shit in there and we don't have to do this again. We were alphabetizing things because it was getting in a weird order when you were trying to build. Your build order was getting weird. Number county improvement data. We're just having count duplicate improvements. We just have this needs to be a Godot collections array. I should just put that at the top, right? At this point. In the using space or whatever. We'll see. We'll see about making you a static. Build one more time. Shit, another hour's passed. Yeah, I'm always impressed that people tackle building engines, game engines or OSs. No, that's what the guy was making. He was making his own OS. He wasn't making a game engine. The other guy who was in chat. Both of those things seem like so much. Operating systems are so crazy to me. We need to build 2 of these things. Can I just do this? What happens if I just build them right off the bat? So what do we got here? Fisher Shed 1 and Fisher Shed 2. That looks right. I mean, that's how it should be. Fisher Sheds have been completed. And everybody's working at the Fisher Sheds. All right, so then we needed... What was our other problem? Did our other problem fix itself? It was when we built a second thing. That thing was showing up. I mean, we're going to have a third thing right here. Okay, so this appeared at the top, which is it should because it's under construction. All the under construction stuff should go at the top. We need one more day for it to get built. And then we still have that other problem. But let's see if this reorganized it. Only 3 people are working here, or building this. These guys can't possibly all... No, they're not. Lumberjacking. We go back to... Fisher shed has been completed. I don't know why those guys... The Fisher... Well, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. We can worry about it later. All right, then this did reorganize in the correct thing. And everyone's still back to working. You know, there's not enough people there. We could test the prioritize button right now. Nope, not that. And let's see if this bumps people around. Whoops. It does. Yeah, that's sweet. That all works. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll find out why this is doing this. Hopefully, I'm gonna turn on my break timer. Let me pause my music that you guys can't hear. Where is this? Okay, and I'll be right back. I have this new song that I sing my cat. That it's like a train. I'm not gonna sing it for you. It's like a train going, um, and I was about to start singing it, then I was worried you guys could hear it. I'm trying to turn my break timer and struggling there. All right, so what did we see? Everything's working except for this basic storage is getting... It says it's completed, but we don't see it anywhere. So let's look how we're doing. It's always the second thing we build. The second thing we build, we can close this stuff. The second thing we complete. So let's look for, that's probably under county improvements. What a weird issue. I vaguely think this happened before. I guess it's not under county improvements. Where are we completing shit? Population work? You know what? We had a thing where we, at the end of the day, not a day starts, it shouldn't be a day starts. It should be end of day, we go through and we check if and county improvements are done. And then we need to, we'll see an event log. Yeah, so there's the event log. It's in here. Do we have, so it'd be this, we have 2 of these probably somewhere. No, we don't. So it's got to be in here. We could have 2 of these. No, I want the whole thing. Whoa, not that. Where the fuck am I? Where did it go? How did we get on a different whole screen? Where was that shit? Population work. This line right here is what I want to search. Make sure that it's only in one spot. Okay, it's only in one spot. So we know it's this is... Check if an improvement is done. If the current amount of construction is greater than it returns true. Apply work per person. Let's not fix that. I almost got sidetracked again. My classic maneuver here. So what does this do? For each county improvement in county under construction county improvements, GD for each. Whoa. For each, we're gonna do this. We might be somehow adding. For each one of those, we're going to GD print $, under construction improvements, checking if done. Then we're going to go squigs. Wait, what did we make this thing? We could probably look now. Improvement name. County improvement data. Improvement name, squigs. We could probably check the thing though now. We could look in the actual county. Look at all this crap that we got pumping out there. You're expecting a thing, huh? You sure are. I've been having this problem where this cord gets caught on me when I stand up, and I just figured out why. It's because I keep moving. I can feel it hanging, like I can feel the weight of the cord. So I keep moving it onto my lap so it's not. And I guess I was doing that like subconsciously. So we got to construct one of these, and then we got to wait for it to get done, because it's not the first time ever. It's always the second time. Oh, God. Let's get this passive research shit out of here. What did that say? Passive. Was that capital? Was all this shit capital? No, passive. We can get rid of this. Was this a lowercase p? It was not. It was final. Passive. Look at that. Don't do that. Let's do this again so we can find it. Time's flying today. We're going to build one of these things. And it should, you know, it's, man, we got more of these. Okay, so it's checking. It thinks that there's actually is an improvement that's done. We never built that though. It thinks that there's you know what though? This is this could be in a different county. So let's put a thing in our thing here. That was work. That was, Jesus Christ. Check if improvements are done. We're going to put another thing here. We're going to put county improvement data location. Improvement location. I know that we didn't have a location. We don't have their location in there. What do we have else in here that we could figure out? You know what we could do? Do we have the faction data in here? I think we might have the faction data in here. And I'd be wrong. We've been able to get away with not having the location of these things the whole time. And I'm wondering if we got to go back to that. I'm going to try not to here. Check if county improvements are done. Can we do this a different way here? If we go where we... that was here. This is in county. We could do this. GD print county space plus county. We're in county. County data dot county name. And then it should hit this after it. And that hopefully will tell us this part. Because it could be their garden's being built somewhere else, and maybe there's a player faction. Oh, or maybe, no, they shouldn't be building anything over there. I was going to say maybe they're building something somewhere else in the player thing. Let's see here. Look at all this county improvement shit. County population. County in Portland. They're doing a Fisher shed. This is very confusing. Let's get rid of this other crap. Improvements, all daily amount. All daily. Let's get rid of you. Because it's going by county. And that, I mean, that's what we want to see to a point. It's possible that I guess when we're building, we click the build button, it somehow is hitting. I wonder if I was manually putting in those. That's possible too. Manually putting in like these. When you, like, this is passing in like a number or something. That would be a bummer if that was the case. Because anything that I have to manually put in leads to shit like this. I didn't check my stuff. Let's get rid of this county population too, because that's annoying. County, it's with lowercase. County population. right here, whatever this is. Let's get rid of this. And one more time. Third time's the charm. What are we on, the 5th time or something? The 16th time's the charm. All right. So the first day, yeah, I don't think it. Oh, it does check. So Portland, Wasco, Harney, and Umatilla Umatilla is built. Wasco and Harney are not making anything because I think this is, yeah, Wasco's ours. What is your Harney? Harney's this one. We're gonna double check this. We're not to that point, but we're going to double check how this is assigning construction. It looks like they're making food, which is what we want. I'm not sure why like this one's doing gardening versus, and I've wondered this. Douglas is always doing gardening versus Fisher Sheds, and I can't remember why that's the case. So this is right. This is check if done. There'd be 2 here if there was more than one, or if there's more than one. So let's hit that. So this should be done now. We only got 1, so that's right. Let's go back down. What is all this shit? Is checking population passive research. Researchable research. We can get rid of this for right now. That was another check. We had some research issues. Passive research. Josh says no case, whatever. I'm Josh. Is this not saved? Random passive research. Create researchable research list. Is checking population passive research. Is checking. I guess I did that. I guess I just. Whoops, not build. God damn it. I'm on a time schedule here. Are we clicking things wrong? Not really. Okay. Construct. Let a day pass. All right. This is much easier to read. We have our Fisher Shed. That's what we're building. And it's completed. So then if we build our second thing here, it doesn't matter what, we should get that other air. Whoops, we got to be on it to unpause it. So a day has passed. And under Portland, we're just building a Fisher Shed, it says, which is right. And then we get this to go to Portland. What's all this work generated garbage? County Portland. All right, so it's checking that. So this is only checking one thing, but we're getting 2 event basic storage. So there's back to here. We could probably take out this other thing too that's confusing. What is this thing? Work amount? I think it was right in front of my face. Here it is. Back to this, we got to go to this. So it checks if it's done. We know this list. We don't have this thing under construction. Basic storage. Let's look at this order. So, this did happen before. Basic storage is the first thing. So there's like a -1 somewhere or something. This did happen before. What? It's coming back to me. Not necessarily fast enough. Use switch expression. So if the faction data equals the player data, we add this log. But we can see that this only has one. Let's make sure that we're... Portland County, Portland. Under construction improvement. So it only has that on there. How is this thing printing? It's just this population under construction improvements. Check if county is done. County improvement is done. It's just checking that. And then for updates their activity for each person at the thing. And then it's setting this complete. It's clearing the people at the improvement. It's adding this to the completed improvements list. Then it prints that there. Move the county improvement to the correct list and remove it from the old list. Move county improvement to correct list to completed list. And it removes it from there. This did happen before. And I thought I had another one of these. The problem was I had 2 of these somewhere. But I only see it in this one spot. What if we go... Does this have an event? No. No event log in there. County improvement name has completed. Yeah, this totally happened before, and now I can't remember how we fixed it. And that last time, it was primitive. Converted warehouse. I wonder if we get a bug when this happens because it's too... Oh, and now it says primitive scouting equipment has converted warehouse. And so then primitive scouting equipment is the last thing on the list, right? Yeah. And if we check this thing, didn't I get rid of this stuff? Work them out for each. Did I save it? Work amount for. That's definitely saved. Why am I seeing this in the fucking thing? Work amount for each resource today. Did I not rerun that after I took that out of there? Are we having an issue again where things aren't updating? Building isn't working? I'm back at Dev 5. So we got to build one of these. Yeah, this totally happened before. And then we got to build another thing. I'm going to build something different here. We don't even have primitive scouting equipment. Can't even be built at this point. We haven't researched it. Was it saying research? Am I doing basic storage has been completed? Is it talking about research? Oh my God, it is. Okay. That was a very apt title for my stream tonight. Today. I don't know why I keep saying night. I guess it's cloudy outside. I have my window open over here so I can see the beautiful darkness. Let's not build anything and let's wait. Yep. What fucking dumb shit. Okay. We got a problem here though. And that's why it was happening on the second thing, because enough time was passing for the research. Okay. Where is this? What the fuck, man? Why didn't I say that that was research? Look at these. Look at this note, man. Look at that summary. Where is my event log for that research? Nothing. We'll go back to here. Oh. Let's do this whole thing. I don't have that many of these yet. None of these? Those are battles things. Oh, that might have been it. Raising armies. Are we completing like a... Because it's crazy that that's so similar. This is just battle stuff. We did mess around a bunch with research. So let's do this. There's going to be one more test where we can test this. Is we don't build anything and we let it run. I think we must have, but I searched for that. You know, I have had issues. We rebuilt the siege thing. I have had issues in the past where the search was unreliable. You know, I had to like do something. I had to delete my project out of. Yeah, basic storage has been completed. So that is the thing, but that's research. So in research, let's look how we're doing this, because maybe there's something. Assign passive research, get research by interest, get research by activity, get list of available research options, get list of heroes, get lowest tier research, get random research, remove a research, generate passive research. Didn't I think I messed around with like getter setters and stuff last weekend. This looks like a getter setter. So this is a research item data. That's not what we want. We want to go to this, but for some reason you can't do that. It seems like I should be able to. Research item data. Thought we had it open there for a second. There it is. Now there's our copying. There's our check if it's done. That thing was a capital A though. Amount of research done. If research done is equal to true, we just do that. Complete research. Research name has been completed. Here it is. I don't know why when I search for this. Oh, because I have a fucking question mark in there. All right. Okay. Everything's fine. Research 4. Now we'll run this again. Having a freak out over here. I don't know what was happening before, but It wasn't this. We're going to wait for day 4. Or day 3, I guess. Research for basic storage has been completed. Perfect. Motherfucker, not perfect. Copy this. And over to localization. Where are we? Projects. 2D4X is the project that I'm working on. I mean, I should know that. Localization. Bring this up. Our beautiful Excel file of words. And we will go down to here. You piece of shit. Thing is very touchy. Research for. This is a phrase. Research for. This is probably one of those things too where the English sentence is not going to work the same as the Spanish sentence. Oh, yeah, we got to do our thing, or we can paste without thing, whatever. And then we're going to take this, we're going to copy this, we're going to go back to here. It looks like we need to throw a translation thing in here. Squigs TR. We need another thing in here, though. We need this to be like this. There we go. And then we're going to save this. We're going to close this. We're going to go back to here. We got to go re-import that thing. Okay. We're going to run this again. We're going to put it at 8 speed. I'm beginning to think that 8 speed isn't fast enough, by the way, which means I need to fix the clock with the ticking issue. So the tick issue is that these numbers are not reliable. So we went to hour, but if we speed it up, I bet you hour isn't reliable. Okay, research for basic storage has been completed. So that's what we wanted. So that solves that problem. Let's go back over to our project. Let's go to the top. Let's get rid of this. Close issue. We have people working kind of how we want. It's kind of unreliable, but it will work for now, and we'll deal with it later. Like if I keep going like rewriting the same code over and over again, I'm never gonna get anywhere. And there is like a point where I change how I feel about how things work. So that's a thing. I just noticed that this was wrong. This is supposed to have little dashes on it, like that. So we gotta keep moving forward, and we're gonna always come back, and we're gonna change how things work anyways for the rest of eternity. The game's never gonna be done. I'm gonna die at 70, and this thing is still gonna be going. Spin the input goods to generate good. How much time do I have? 15 minutes. Every once in a while, everyone will scavenge and never stop scavenging. We fixed that. That was the thing. We'll put a comment in here of how I'm a dumb shit. Okay. It should have been continue instead of return. Well, look at that. I put a semicolon, close with comments. Everyone, all right, get out of there. I'm trying to find something that we can do. Let's check why Douglas is garden. No, because we're gonna. No, we should. No. Are we gonna do scavenging? Pick between inputs. Ability to remove county improvements. When a county improvement is removed, it also needs to. I mean, those are together. We're getting close, though. I say that every fucking weekend before we push the main. It isn't checking construction goods correctly, so it isn't allowing certain things to be. I think we fixed that. I think that's why I moved that down on the list. But let's look at something here. Did we let some time pass? We did. So there's going to be different things available. So this requires, a garden requires 1 remnant and 100 money. We have 40 remnants and 1,500 money. Let's look over here. We have 15 remnants. Yeah, I think this actually, we fixed this just last time or whatever. And I think I moved it down the list just to make sure, double check, but we're actually done with that. Trying to look for something easy. Spin the input goods to generate. I guess we could start looking at this. So when, yeah, we could start on this. It's only, I mean, we can do something in 10 minutes. So we need county improvement with an input good. So here we go. Fisher's shed is perfect. It's got 1 wood. So generally, that would be under the banker. Generally, that would be under the banker. We did kind of half-ass this thing, but whatever. The banker spins things and counts things. So I guess we could continue, like this generates scavenge resource with skill check. This should be, come on, man. Should be in population work. We could move that right now. Generate work amount with, this should also be in population work. We could just move these things right now. Generate scavenged resources. This should be in population work too. Count everyone in a county. This should be the banker. What the fuck is that? Oh, so I wonder if I can fix this by doing that. And if it will give us the error. Now that I found that typo in there. It's not giving us the error. Let's build it once and see what happens. It wasn't an error. I think it was a warning. Because it'd be nice to make the tree less. You guys know what I'm talking about. The pyramid less. We could also look at some of these. Let's do that. Let's knock out some of these. That's before we jump. And I hate these things, so just do it, man. Oh, this is that pop-up menu. We're gonna do I have this in the right order? I do. Okay. I'm gonna put a note in this. So I could explain what the plan is for that too. So basically right now when you go into your research, you go to here. Well, we need somebody. It's not researched. Okay, it's broken. Well, that's okay because I commented out the thing because we were going to do it a different. I was going to try to get it assigned. So basically, what the way it used to work is, and it still says it on your county improvement, if we had a research office built. So our research office, once it's built here. Okay, so under the research office, it says. Oh, we didn't build anything yet? I guess not. So we would go into the research panel and you would assign that person. And if you had a hero, you would assign that person. And it dawned on me that that was incredibly foolish because currently we only have Oregon in here and 1 thing. But let's say you had these 3 things and each one of these had 2 research offices in it. That means you're going to have to go through and assign 6 different places. Well, when the game is finished, there's going to be like 500 of these counties. And that means that you would have to go in and assign 100 of them. And let's say you wanted to change your research, you would assign 100. You would have to go through and assign 100 things. And so at first I was like, well, we'll have like another panel here, or another panel here for all of your research offices. But the more I thought about it, I was like, that's going to be so tedious. So what I'm going to change it to is like a typical research thing where you click on a place and you just say, this is and we'll probably do it on this page. There's just 1 research that is assigned, and that's what all of the research offices work towards. That is the way we're going to do it going forward. This actually worked out okay. So that is the way we're going to do that, and that's what all this new pop-up window crap is. It's because I was trying to figure out how to do a menu where you could pull down and you could pick a bunch of stuff. You could pick, and I just didn't think about the scale because we're using only those couple of things. What is this thing's problem? You say that, but I don't know if you're, whoops. I think this is static. You need to be over here, though. You're saying that, but I don't know if I believe you. Let's run it and see what happens. Yeah. So this one, we cannot do that. This is in research item data. Get out of here. Research item data. I should have done this every time. This can't be static. So go away. We're going to, I haven't done this in a while. I think it's here. We can add, yeah, we can suppress. In suppression file. That's what we want, I think. And I bet you a bunch of these suppression things are no longer relevant. I bet you all of these ones. Yeah, this is like invalid missing target. We can get rid of all of these too because I've changed. They were static. This one too. Didn't I just do this one? Oh. What are you doing? Did I just delete it? No, it just took a long time for it to get there. Unnecessary assignment of another faction. All right, get rid of it. Oh, because we do need this here temporarily. This is just currently, this is commented out. I'll put a note here. This is just commented out until we get to research. Member does not, this could be static maybe. And that would be a lie. So we need to add this to our exception. Suppress in file. There we go. And go away. This is unused. We're going to get back to that. Check building cost. This might be able to be static. That would be wrong. I don't like to suppress stuff. I like to make it so that it is static. But I guess right now we'll just suppress it. We got rid of a lot of those. I used to have a bazillion of those things. Now I'm already forgetting how I was fixing them. How was I fixing these? This is in the banker. I remember how I was fixing these. Public, static. There is a way to fix these. If we go to... And I went through it temporarily. Then we just make this a capital B. That's all we do. And then we can go, it was this one. We can take this out of, give me that error again there, buddy, and we'll go back and we'll fix that. It doesn't need to know. No, it has other issues here. It doesn't need to know what. Guess it doesn't. No, it's putting, we are passing in the thing. So I wrote this before I understood how all of this stuff worked. And then somebody said something in chat one day, and then I understood it. Not right away, but you know what we could do? Is come here. Where is this thing? This is in the banker. Okay, I guess if we leave it in the banker, we do have to do it that way. Now let's build this thing again. I was thinking we could put it in the county improvement and we could have the check the cost there, and then we could just do it better. But we'll just do it this way. This is going to go then. There's another one of these. A capital B. Yeah, it was giving me the... Because we're passing in the county improvement. I guess this is a good way to do it. I don't know. I guess so. Did we make more of these, or are we getting rid of some of these? Yeah, we know that one. Unnecessary assignment of banker. That's good. What is this? Oh, right. So for a brief period, I was trying to get rid of putting pirate in front of that. Then I noticed that, like, whatever. I didn't like how I was doing something, and now I'm back to liking how I do it. Count. Oh, so we need to go into that suppression file then. Is that thing still open? I guess next time we're in there. Oh, there it is. And we need to get rid of these extra ones. We probably should delete all of these. Okay, don't tell me what I want to do. Number... No, we didn't test that thing, though. Oh, and I'm out of time here. So once this test... Okay, so the test is through. It's weird that we didn't get an error for that. Did I not save everything? I don't think we need this open. That we do need open. That we do. Suki, how's it going? I was just about to call it a day. I think maybe I was talking about you earlier. Were you the person who was working on the OS? Battle control, we don't need that shit open. Nope, there's somebody else? Okay. Then I wasn't talking about you earlier. Diplomacy, we don't need that open. All right, let's push this code. Pip collision system. What do you mean? What did we do today? Fixed. In Godot? Fixed. My memory is terrible, so I apologize. People not getting assigned to work correctly. Now, if you build a research office, people will get assigned to other work. That was pretty much all we did today. We fixed a few other minor things, but... Line collision detection. Did I push this, or did I just commit? All right, that is that. You know what I was looking at or thinking about? It doesn't matter. I was thinking about something that doesn't matter again. But I am calling it a day. Sorry for the bad timing, Suki. Thanks for dropping by, though, and thank you everyone else for dropping by, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your